Hello, welcome back. Here I'm going to review From Beyond by Purdy-Gordon. Same creator who did Return from Reanimator, not Return from Reanimator, but Reanimator. It was Brian Yuza who did Bride of Reanimator, and produced the films and did its sequel Beyond Reanimator, but I can't talk. From Beyond is an H.P. Lovecraft short story which I have not read, so I can't tell differences, but it's easy to tell. Purdy-Gordon once again takes a classic, say 1920s-ish, early 1900s H.P. Lovecraft story of the setting and put it into modern contemporary times, like he did with Reanimator, and he did into this one. And I think it really worked with Reanimator because I think it just worked. The only two major differences is in that in Reanimator it takes place in modern times, and Herbert West has black hair, and everything else kind of stays intact, mostly. It's a really good adaptation. Check it out. From Beyond, if you're expecting the same type of film you got from Reanimator with the hints of black humor, dark humor, and stuff like that, and levity, and intentionally comical scenes to kind of lighten up the mood, you're not going to get that in this one. In this one, you're going to get a serious trip of weird use of practical effects, and I advised against of eating any food whatsoever, dry, slimy, or anything, because it really does use the gross out factor of the practical effects with slimy, ethereal beings beyond our imagination, very much in Lovecraft's wake. It uses many other things to gross out the audience, and once again, Jeffrey Combs is his main lead, doing a fantastic job as before. Love Jeffrey Combs, great actor. And Ken Foree is in here too. He was Peter in Dawn of the Dead, fantastic character. So it has already two actors I do love, and it's really hard because it's kind of a difficult sit through this film, because certain characters do things in this film, or a character, she does something very reprehensible and stupid for being a psychologist, scientist, or whatever the fuck she's supposed to be, a woman of logic and reason, and reactivating the inhibitor of the pineal gland, and that's the whole point of the film. There's this device which stimulates the pineal gland, which people think is the third eye, or the key to unlocking enlightenment and other mystical elements and psychic abilities and whatnot. I don't know. Just all I know is that I meditate a couple times and do hypnosis. It calms me, very soothing. But she just keeps on harkening back to this inhibitor and putting the characters in far more danger, and she causes deaths of at least 5 people, and it's just does one of the endings which, when the characters you want to die, doesn't. And I don't want to give too much away here, because it's an odd sit. It's an odd sit through. I'm not saying it's a chore. Like other films that are coming up I'm going to discuss about that feel like a fucking chore to watch through. It's like, ugh. I need a bottle of Jack Daniels to get through this fucking movie. But if you're a movie buff, if you like the Brian Yuza works and stuff, not Return of the Living Dead 3, but like, say, The Dentist, or some other films he's done of Society, that use of practical effects in a way that's really fascinating and intriguing, and the makeup artistry, you'll probably enjoy it because they do some good works on that. And it's not for the queasy. It is so weird. This film got to me. It's not on so many levels, but on one level of just gross out, because the night I watched the film, I had a nightmare of this stuff, of just weird Lovecraftian, unspeakable body horror. and it was just, you know, if you're a Lovecraft fan, you might enjoy it. It's a self-contained story, much like, say, Rats in the Walls, Cats of Uthar, Beyond the Wall of Sleep, and many other short stories that are not connected to the Cthulhu mythos. Yeah. Check it out from Beyond. Not as good as Reanimator, but it's still, I think it still needs a watch it's pretty good for discussion. So check it out. Reanimator by Stuart Gordon, 1986. Happy Halloween, everybody.